Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Knights of the Fallen Empire, and with Zaylan, our Jedi Guardian. And we have just completed, or at least almost completed, Chapter 10, and that was of course with Kaleo the Anarchist. Now, if you're looking for really good deals on games, I've actually found quite a few myself in the past, then check out the link in the description to g2a.com. They seem to have some pretty good deals most of the time, in actual fact. So, now, let us head on and travel to the War Room on Odessen, which is actually just down here. We're going to have to take an elevator ride. Hopefully I won't die and fall down the elevator shaft. No, we can't possibly have that, because it's just a little bit of a clicky thing. Excellent, isn't it? Yes, being able to click and be down wherever you want instantly. Isn't that an amazing thing? What would you do to have that in real life? Because really, imagine you click a button and then you're in New York, or you click a button and then you're in Tokyo. Something along those lines, which would actually be really cool. But anyway, let's travel to the War Room, which is just over here. Check in with our friends.
Millions dead. Their blood is on our hands.
We didn't destroy those worlds. Your children did.
The atrocities on those planets were committed to hurt the Alliance, but we're not responsible for them.
What are you talking about? What's happened now?
Warships from the Eternal Fleet bombarded 5 planets in a coordinated assault. The death toll is unimaginable. Whole cities leveled.
Arkan issued a statement saying those worlds were protecting us, and their destruction was justice for our attacks on Zakul. A lie, of course, but no one can prove it.
Arkan's desperate. He can't find us, so he's taken the galaxy hostage.
There's only one way to stop this. Arkan wants to isolate us. Let him. We should publicly deny we have allies on any planets.
You can't protect people from his reprisals, or stop those who believe in your alliance from joining it.
I just heard the news. We have to respond to Arkan's attack.
No, that's precisely what he wants.
Is it?
We already have more objectives than resources, but we can make a course adjustment.
This kind of destruction will bring fear and chaos. We should do whatever we can to limit that.
I can get food and medical supplies to people who need them.
I'll organize security patrols to hold off any pirates or crime syndicates seeking to take advantage.
We're only delaying the inevitable. Sooner or later, my children must answer for what they've done.
Where were you?
Bombing 5 worlds to dust. I made hollows of it. Do you want a copy?
Father was on Zakul. He used the Outlander to attack our home.
I don't remember him being so funny when he was alive.
Am I laughing?
You've never laughed.
Our knights failed us. They must regain their honor. Send them to the dueling circle in pairs. They'll battle to the death.
Finding the Outlander will be harder, with half our knights dead.
The survivors will be motivated. You know my command. Go.
Something on your mind?
I need your help with something.
Is this a personal matter?
No, just don't need to have a committee for this discussion. I passed a portion of that data you secured from Overwatch through an SIS contact of mine. Made a convincing invitation to some prospective allies in the Republic Special Forces.
Why not take it to Republic Command?
The Republic at large isn't in any shape to engage Zakul in a full-scale war. They wouldn't listen. The data I gave over was enough to convince Havoc Squad to take leave of their official duties. I have it on good authority they're conducting an unscheduled operation on Zakul. My contacts set up a rendezvous, but it's up to you to sell them on this alliance.
I'm not seeing why you really need my help.
Havoc starting their own little war out here is basically treason. If it gets out that I had a hand in poaching them, well, I may find myself real short on friends back in the Republic.
Well, 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 there it is. Chapter 10 has been completed. Did you notice how Arkan was just like, oh, send the knights to the dueling arena? Yes, I personally feel like that is an incredibly stupid thing to do, but that's just me. I think that doing that is literally just limiting your own effectiveness and efficiency, and I think Valen actually agrees with that. I think she agrees with the fact that why would you do that? That's just basically shooting yourself in the foot, isn't it? And I mean, I know a lot about that, of course, but really, that is just terrible in my opinion. But whatever the case, I just don't think he's a very good leader, personally. But whatever, we are now on Zakul once again in the Endless Swamp. Not so endless because we've just reached our personal phase and we can rendezvous with our SIS contact.
I've got an anti-material rifle trained on your position and an unrestricted firing angle for at least 100 meters.
That's either really good or really bad, depending on your reasons for being here.
Easy. We're just here to talk. You're expecting us, right?
We are. Stand down, Havoc. Don't take it personally. We aren't on the best terms with the Republic right now. Isn't that right, Theron?
Don't look at me. I was never here.
Major Jorgen, Havoc Squad. You're the one who supposedly killed the Emperor. Twice now.
I've stopped his plans, but I can't claim to have ended the Emperor's life.
Nor should you want to.
I'm tired of seeing Arkan stomp all over the galaxy. You want to finally start giving as good as you're getting? I've got an op that can use your help.
What do you need?
Your landing didn't go unnoticed. Hostiles!
Alright, hostiles. We have some hostiles. I have my lightsaber at the ready, and wow, there's a huge amount of them, isn't there? Oh my. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal some pretty nice damage here. Thankfully enough, we have Theron with us. It's actually been a while since we've had Theron as a companion. I actually kind of like him more than most, so it's kind of nice to have him actually here for once, because usually he's just like, I'm on the ship. Oh, I'm at the base, and various other things. Oh, I'm out to get milk, and all kinds of other errands that he has to run, and he's actually a very shady guy, because obviously he is part of SIS, so he is going to be running around doing all this covert action stuff, but it's actually kind of nice to have him here for once. He's not really that, shall we say, around. He's not really that around that much, so it's kind of nice to actually have a bit of a change in that regard. But yes, here we go. We're just about to defeat this Sky Trooper patrol. Very easy, in actual fact. Oh, this is probably not going to be... Yes, this is probably not going to be as easy to defeat the Eternal Empire Walkers, but these guys do seem to actually die relatively quickly. I think they have some pretty good offensive capabilities, but their defense is lacking, shall we say. Seems to be lacking rather a lot, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with our damage right now, so I'm pretty good with that. There we are. Is there another one? There is! Oh, of course there is. fantastic, isn't it? Yes, always. Okay, so here's the new Havoc squad. I don't know whether you've seen my Trooper series, but we know Havoc squad to be 4X, M1 4X, that was a droid, and then we had, who else do we have? We had Tano Vic, of course. We've already seen him in this particular series on Zakul. And who else do we have there? We had Alara Dawn, who my Trooper apparently romanced. Yes, that was pretty cool. And then, of course, we had Arik Jorgen as well as Sergeant Yoon. So yes, it was a pretty good lot. I'm not entirely sure how good these guys are, but I guess we'll find out over the course of this particular mission.
Clear! Clear!
That won't be the last of them. Dengril, Zaven split north. Abath, Torg south. Canner take Theron, fastest route back to the camp. We'll regroup there. You, with me, we're covering the retreat.
Your squad is in good hands, Major.
Sky Troopers have numbers and mobility. Losing them's gonna take misdirection. I need a good vantage.
Well, we're going to do our best, obviously, to find a good vantage point, but there it is. Okay, so yes, we're now with Jorgen. I can't mount here, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Every time you go in a phase and it's still outside, technically, it's still inside. So yeah, you can't use mount, but now I can, at least. So where can I head to? I have to head all the way over here. Okay, well, yeah, it's actually nice to see Jorgen again. Obviously, I have already experienced this on Zainash, my Inquisitor. And if you've seen that series, then props to you. If you haven't, then, well, maybe check it out. I don't know. It's kind of good, I guess. But otherwise, it's actually really nice to see him with a sort of light side character, because Zainash, ooh, he was just butting heads with Arik Jorgen basically all the time, because, well, obviously Zainash is all about Sithy things and all about dark things and dark side motivations. And Zaylan, not so much. He's more of a neutral light side character. So we're going to see how well they get on. They're probably going to get on really, really well, because obviously Kaleo and Zaylan, they got on, but they didn't really get on as well as probably a dark side character would have. So it's actually kind of nice that we are now with a light side, as we'll get to see a little bit more of what's going to go on. Obviously, I have to fight through a bunch of these Wingmaw things. Yes. So I guess I'll see you in a little bit when we've fought through these trash mobs. I guess they are trash mobs. Okay, so apparently, yeah, just fighting through those Wingmaws right there, apparently now we are fighting through ancient Ichniids, because if you recall from the wonderful montage with HK, RIP in peace, yes, he actually took on a huge amount of Ichniids, but the thing with this is that this came out of nowhere and ambushed the Skytrooper patrol, which we saw ahead of us there, and obviously we eliminated it, so that's actually very good. Now, where are we? Okay, so we have a couple of swamp jinxes that we have to eliminate, but that's not really a big deal because, well, they're actually quite easy to kill. I really should switch Jorgen to damage, because his damage is much better than a melee character would be. So yeah, we're gonna switch him to damage. Thank you very much. As you can see, basically everyone I have is on damage, because even though I really do not like the melee companions as damage, the ranged ones like Jorgen are just insane beasts. So it's really cool to see them in action.
Here. No sign of pursuit. Watch my 6 while I cover the retreat. This new Emperor. You've met him?
I have.
What's your assessment?
He's overconfident, but almost as invincible as he believes he is.
Are the young not always so deluded? His grapple with mortality is yet to come.
Nothing but despots left in this galaxy. The Republic you fought for, it doesn't exist. We gave the reins over to people who don't care how we win. Just as long as we do, Suresh is all but a dictator now.
So not everything has changed since I've been gone.
Suresh and her puppet chancellor have everyone convinced the state of emergency requires executive action. She and her top brass just push through whatever suits their interests. Never thought I'd miss bureaucrats butting into military matters. But what we gained in efficiency, we lost in soul.
Once Arkan's out of the picture, we can get the Republic back on track.
Let's hope so. Hold on. Got something. Civvies. And Sky Troopers. They're in trouble.
Distract them while I close the gap.
Affirmative.
Oh, okay, so apparently we're just gonna jump straight on down here to take on these Sky Trooper patrollers. Well, yeah, that's not a problem to me. We're just gonna try and save these exiles from being executed by the Sky Troopers, of course. But yes, as far as I'm aware, is Jorgen down here even? Is he even helping me? I don't... Oh, there he is. He's actually running down the slope. I am actually unsure if they wanted me to run down the slope as well. I think that would have been a little bit too late, surely. Well, maybe not.
You saved us.
Everyone all right? Anyone injured?
No, I don't think so. Thank you.
The Sky Troopers, they just came from nowhere. We done nothing. We're no threat to the Spire, but the droids drove us from our homes and started burning everything.
Please, stop them like you did for us. There are others out there. Our families and friends, our homes. There'll be nothing left.
We'll stop the droids. Gather anyone you find away from the fighting.
Ready when you are.
Oh yes, I am definitely ready, but for now I am going to be ending this episode off here, so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.